Saturday is my YouTube live stream. I do this every Saturday by 3 p.m. West African time, guys. Don't you miss out. You definitely don't want to miss out. Okay, guys, I must admit, tonight's episode of the BBNaija pepperdemgang reunion show was one of the best. It was one of the funnest, if there's any word like that. It was so super fun. Like, guys, why haven't they been showing the show like this from day one? Okay, guys, today was all about games and the party moments in the house, and also the live shows of the BBNaija pepperdemgang show. Guys, today was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I was just laughing crazily in my house, and I'm sure my neighbors will be asking by now that what's wrong with Glory. But guys, it was just really fun all the way. So you need to watch to the end of this video if you want to find out what made it really fun. So EBUKA started today's show, right, by asking Tuoyo what was his motivation for making the parties pop in the house. Now, guys, remember when the season started, the parties was really boring, probably because, you know, the housemates are still feeling too shy, you know, feeling uncomfortable and probably not comfortable in each other's company at all, you know, to dance and go crazy, you know. But then Tuoyo, being the proud male stripper that he is, he started giving life to the parties, you know. So EBUKA asked him that question, and he said that for him, he has attended a lot of parties and he knew that for sure the way the parties started out in the house, that wasn't the way a normal party should be. So he decided to add his own flavor to it. And also, Mercy was one of those people that was always gingering him, you know. So the fact that she's a video vixen and they could dance together, it made them find life in the party. And Mercy also said that, you know, that for her, Tuoyo being a stripper, she being a video vixen, you know, together it made it easy for both of them to vibe, you know, on the floors of the party. They could dance, they could have fun. And for her, she already had it in her mind from day one that, hey, I'm about to mess things up. I'm trying not to use the F word, yeah. So she says she's about not to F things up. She's about to have fun, do whatever she wants to do, and just have fun, enjoy herself all the way. And she also said that later on, the party became very much interesting because Saturday night parties were just one of those days that everybody was always looking forward to. It was one of the most looked after days in the week, you know, where everybody is preparing to gear up and go and have at least one crazy hour or 2 crazy hours of fun. And Omashola was asked if anything felt different, you know, because remember, guys, Omashola is a party promoter. He is an event coordinator, organizer, and all of that. So EBUKA asked him if anything felt different at the initial stage of the parties in the house, and he said that it actually felt different, you know, because you are left to your own self. You just have to look for your own way to catch your own fun. You have to look for your own way to just enjoy the party, you know. So for him, it felt totally different. And then EBUKA asked Jackye what was in her head whenever she was at the party. Guys, remember, Jackye was one of those housemates that when the show started, she would just go and look for one chair to sit down. I'm like, a person go take bath, finish, wear makeup, look fine, you can't carry yourself, come party, come sit down quietly, you know. So she shared a very touching story, guys, and wow, I just shook my head when she was saying what she said, that wow, people really go through a lot. So she said, okay, being with reason that she started dating out at a very early age. I think she started dating her ex-boyfriend at the age of 17, I think. And she said that being with the fact that she started dating very early, you know, so all her club experiences has always been with her boyfriend, you know. So in a particular day that she went clubbing without her boyfriend, she was actually assaulted, you know. So because of that, she has always been very careful not to go clubbing alone. So finding herself in Biggie's house, in a space where she doesn't really know all the people there, you know, so she decided to just respect herself and stay one place without dancing, you know. And then she said that she's still very conscious, you know, about all those things, you know. But now if she were to go clubbing with someone like Enkay or Venita or Seyi, because Seyi is always looking out for her, that she would definitely loosen up and have fun. And then Kimoprah said that she felt like Jackye just needed ginger, you know, because she saw that Jackye could dance, you know, like 1 or 2 times that Jackye would make 1 or 2 moves. She was like, this girl can dance, why is she not dancing, you know? So she felt like Jackye just needed the extra ginger. And then Mercy said that what she noticed though was that Jackye at some point in time in the house started dancing with some certain clique of people, some certain big boys and big girls. And guys, trust EBUKA now, I'm a boy. EBUKA was like, who are these people? Do you want to tell us who they are? Everybody was like, no, let's not have that conversation. No. But guys, we know what Mercy was talking about. She was actually referring to Mike, because at some point in time in the house, Mike was like literally the only person that Jackye could comfortably dance with, probably because, you know, they were friends in the house and all of that. And also Omashola said that what he felt was the reason why Jackye was not dancing during the parties was because Jackye had her own song. So whenever they played that Khafi's favorite song, My Baby, My Baby, you know, so Jackye would always dance to that one. And then EBUKA asked if there was always tension, why there was always tension and drama after the party, you know, what's always going on. And guys, let me not lie to you, Saturday parties, it wasn't just the party people were actually looking out for. People were literally looking out for the after party, because you see all those housemates, the moment they finish drinking, it always seems like somebody turns on the switch of madness in their heads. So that's when you see Ike is having issues with Mercy. That's when you see maybe Tuoyo or any other person that literally danced with Mercy is going to start having issues with Ike. Or that's when Ike is going to start dragging ice cream with Seyi. So Saturday evenings, as if there's always one demon that enters that house, come and make all the housemates go mad. So because I was asking the housemates that what happened, why is there always drama and tension, you know, after the party. And then Kim said for her, she feels like, you know, normally the way parties are, you have parties, there's always an after party, and nobody literally wants to rush back into the house, because you know everybody has been inside the house for too long. So the fun continues, and especially people must have drank a lot, especially those people who were always involved in the drama. They were always taking alcohol. We know that Mercy, Ike, Seyi, they were always drinking, you know. So after the drink, after the alcohol, and even Mike, there was a time that Mike got drunk as well, you know, they come out, you know, and then they start misbehaving and being funny, you know. So Kim said that for her, she knew that the drama was always between Ike and Mercy, especially between Ike and those people that had danced with Ike's girlfriend. So EBUKA asked Tuoyo that why is it that you are not always in the drama, but sometimes you are the cause of the drama, what's going on, and you just go and sleep after the party as if you don't even know what's going on. And Tuoyo was like, for him, he was just having fun. He never even knew the reason why Ike was even upset with him, you know, because all the times that he danced with Mercy during the party, he felt like they were not really that close, you know. But EBUKA was like, no, these people were actually close, but you were actually dancing with them. And Mercy said that she actually knew what she was doing. She wanted Ike's attention, so the best way for her to have gotten Ike's attention is for her to be dancing with all the guys at the party in the house, and then getting Ike upset. So it was like, oh, so it was actually a setup. So guys, now the cat is out of the bag, because I was always asking myself, like, why does Mercy constantly do this to Ike? Like, she's fully aware that Ike does not like seeing her dancing with other girls, you know. But Mercy was like, whenever they come to the party, Ike is always chilling on his own. Ike doesn't make any moves at her. Like, Ike doesn't mark his territory, you know. Kimoprah was like, oh, you want Ike to mark his territory? And she said yes. Like, she wants Ike to be all over her. She wants Ike to be chasing after her, you know. That's how she likes her man to be. I'm like, atta girl, like, go girl, that's how it should be, you know. But guys, literally it was crazy in the house, you know. And EBUKA was asking that about the Joe, because guys, when Mercy danced with Joe, all hell broke loose, because one, Ike did not like Joe. Even till now, we don't even know what's going on between those two. So Mercy knows the people that Ike has issues with in the house. So those are the kind of people that Mercy will go and be dancing with. I'm like, this kind of girl said you want to kill somebody's son, you know. No, but guys, it was really fun for me to watch at that time. And Mercy also said that for her, it was very strategic for her, that those were her reasons. But Ike dancing with other people, there was no reason, because EBUKA was asking Mercy, like, why is it that you derive pleasure in doing this to Ike, but whenever he does it to you, you get really upset, you go crazy? Ike even said that there was a time that he danced or touched Venita on the dance floor, Mercy went on the one-off, you know. And Mercy was like, for her, she feels like Ike doesn't have reasons doing whatever he does, but for her, hers is very strategic, you know. So she wished Ike had a strategy for doing all of those things on the dance floor, but Ike did not have any strategy. And then Ike also said that Tuoyo's dance with Mercy really pissed him off, because I think during the week or earlier that day Tuoyo had pissed him off, so he felt like, why would you be touching my girl, you know? But that was trashed out anyways. And then guys, this was the funnest, like guys, why do I use the word funnest? This was one of the most fun parts of tonight's episode. It was games time. So guys, the games had some crazy but beautiful rules, and it was really fun to watch. So the game was that the housemates present were gonna pick a word related to party and celebration. All the words in the box were actually related to party and celebration, and then they were gonna say the meaning of the word. Now they had 3 penalties for losing the meaning of the word. 1, if you get it wrong, you will eat the paper and you will swallow it. 2, if you're a girl, if you get it wrong, you're going to remove your lashes and your wig. If you're a guy, you get it wrong, you're going to do 20 push-ups with 1 hand. So Ike picked up a paper, and on it was written sip and see. Ike did not know the meaning, so Ike was asked to actually do his press-ups, and he did it. And then Jackye picked a paper. It had a mogbomoya. She got it correct, so she was safe. Kimoprah got the word gala, and she did not know the meaning. So guys, Kimoprah had to shift her wig one side. Guys, it was just so funny because everybody was literally having fun. Everybody was laughing about it. And then Mercy picked the word soiree, and she didn't know the meaning, so she didn't want to remove her lashes or her wig, so she ate the paper. Wow, she get my show. And Omashola picked carousel, and he didn't really know the meaning, so he was asked to do his own press up, but we didn't see him do the press up anyways. And then Seyi, guys, Seyi's one was literally the simplest, because he picked party after party, and he was just dancing about it, and he got the meaning correct anyways. And then Tuoyo got party pooper. Guys, Tuoyo's definition of a party pooper is Jackye in a party. Guys, it was just so funny, you know. And EBUKA was asking Jackye that, and Jackye, you let him get away with that, wouldn't you say anything back at him? And Jackye was like, nah, I'm gonna leave him, it's not relevant. Like, these housemates, you people will never, like, literally stop having a go at each other. Like, not be small thing. But guys, it was actually really fun. And then we went to another segment. I feel like the recordings of today, I feel like they added 2 different days of recordings, because by the time we got back from the break, different housemates, and then they were all wearing different outfits, and EBUKA was also dressing different. Like, okay, let us see how this one will go, shall. And so the next segment of the show, EBUKA was talking about the shocks and the tensions during the live show in the house. So guys, if you don't know, the live show in the house happens every Sunday when we have evictions, and when EBUKA exposes all the gossips, baby room, and all the clips and all the whatever happening in the house, you know. So the first clip that EBUKA played was the clip of Frodd crying and Esther consoling him. So EBUKA asked Frodd what was in his mind when that clip was played, because when the clip was played in the house, all the housemates were laughing. And guys, I remember that time when that thing happened, people, the viewers, housemates, even everybody literally felt like Frodd was crying because he asked Esther out and Esther refused to answer him. And guys, let's not forget, earlier that day, I think Frodd had been making a lot of love advances at Esther, but Esther kept on rejecting him and refusing him because she had affections for Nelson. So I think Frodd, now thinking about his life, thinking about whatever, it now got him very emotional and he was crying. And guys, remember, Frodd was one of the most emotional housemates in the house at that time. So EBUKA asked him, and Frodd said when he saw that clip, he just knew that EBUKA wanted to throw him out under the bus. He knew that EBUKA wanted to expose him, you know, just make a mess for him. So his mind was greatly prepared. And then he said that the reason why he was crying in that clip was because there was a conversation about friendship. That was what I just said, guys. He was asking Esther out to be his girlfriend, but Esther refused, you know. And then he went to the garden to stay, and whilst at the garden he heard a sound, probably a song that was playing in the background, and then he started thinking about his life and his mother. So Frodd said that before getting into the house, his mom had been involved in a surgery, in an operation, and before going into the house he did the wrong thing by not looking out to know if his mom was okay, you know. So he was feeling guilty and he was really worried about his mom. And whenever his name was called for nomination or possible eviction, he was always scared that, oh my god, I don't even know how my mom is, and I'm here playing this game, I'm not winning this money. When I go out, what is gonna happen, you know? So all those things made him doubt himself. So that was what made him cry in the house. And then he also, Ebuka asked him that wasn't he worried that the narrative was actually flipped, because that sort of shaped who people saw him in and outside the house. And he said he was actually worried and he felt like it was really unfair, that people did not really understand the reason why he was crying, you know. And then Omashola asked if the big cry was before Esther came back to him or before Esther or after Esther came back to him. And then, guys, it was just really funny because the housemates were just laughing. And then Joe also said Frodd really donated a lot of tears in the house. Like, Frodd was really emotional, and that was why Seyi enjoyed picking on Frodd. Like, Seyi just loved seeing Frodd cry. Even Mike at some point sometimes too. In fact, most of the housemates had a serious conversation like, oh my god, this guy is just too emotional, you know. And then Ebuka asked Kimoprah what she thought about Jackye's clip, because I think Frodd's clip was the first clip that Ebuka played, and the second clip that Ebuka played was Jackye's clip. That's the gossip clip, the conversation she had with Khafi. And Kimoprah said when she saw it, she was like, and it felt like a Nollywood production, because she was asking herself like, how can people just start assuming things about people in the house? You don't know this girl from anywhere. That's Tacha. You don't know this girl from anywhere, and you're thinking she's using jazz or voodoo. I mean, for God's sake, everybody came to the show to win the money, you know. So she felt really disappointed when she saw that clip. And then Ebuka asked Elozonam if he felt it was fair for him to have played that clip for all the housemates to see. And Elo said yes, that it was really fair, because the way the house is, there are just so many cameras all over the place in the house. So you might be in the living room having a conversation with someone, but you don't know what is being said on the other side, and you are laughing with everybody, you are being playful with everybody. So Ebuka playing those clips, he felt like it was actually fair, so that truths will be revealed in the house about all the housemates. And then some of the housemates also said that they don't feel like it was actually fair playing those clips, because it sort of restricted most of the conversations that were going on in the house. And Ebuka said, oh, that's actually true, because a lot of times when he watches the show, he sees that maybe 2 or more housemates are having a conversation, and then when they want to say something, they just remember that, oh my god, if we say this thing, Ebuka will come and play it on Sunday, so they will not say it anymore. So he said, oh, that's a valid point, you know. So guys, let's look out for season 5. Probably, I don't know, they might not show clips anymore, but let's just wait and see how it goes. And then Ebuka played the live eviction show of Kimoprah, Isilomo and Joe on the stage. So guys, Isilomo had one of the most epic moments on stage. Like, guys, it was on the stage that Isilomo was evicted, and when she was asked how she felt, she removed her wig. Like, guys, people were literally confused, like, is this a guy that went into the house, or is it a guy that went in and the woman came out? It was so brave of her to have done that, you know. So Kimoprah's own was that when she came out, she was shocked, you know. So on the stage she was like, waiting happen now. I mean, Kimoprah's own was epic too, because this is one girl who, inside the house, she was speaking a lot of accents, British accent, Brit American accent, Australian accent, different kinds of accents. And then when she was evicted, she came on the show and she was speaking pidgin, asking the audience, waiting happen now, one and no vote, what I do one, and that kind of thing. And then for Joe's own, Ebuka asked him a question on the stage the day he was evicted, that what was his motive, you know, coming in between Ike and Mercy, and he said it was all a strategy. And Joe also had his middle finger like this. So Ebuka felt like maybe he was giving everybody, the audience, everybody, the middle finger, you know. So Isilomo said that what made her remove her wig was that she was very, very confused. She was having mixed emotions. She felt like crying, but then she just felt like just removing her wig, because that was the only thing that could make her laugh about her own situation at that point in time. And Kimoprah said that she felt upset, but later she realized that she had the feeling all along, that she has a very, very strong instinct. So when something wants to happen to her in the house, she already has an idea that something wants to happen. So before Ebuka even called her name, that she had been evicted, she knew already that she was evicted, you know. So she wasn't really surprised, you know. So coming onto the stage and saying all what she said, it was just like a spur of the moment thing. And then for Joe Joe said him giving the middle finger, it's a habit that he has, you know, massaging his nose. We all know that Joe is lying because that guy is very mischievous, like Tom and Jerry, you know. So Ebuka also asked the housemates how they felt about the noise, the rousing noise and screams from the audience, because Elozonam, especially in the house, was always saying that he could hear the audience during the live show. And the housemate said, oh yes, that it gave them the idea of which housemate had a stronger fan base, or which housemate was not liked, or which housemate was loved the most. So they all attested to the fact that when Cindy was saved, or when Cindy was evicted, that when they heard the scream, they knew that wow, Cindy was really loved, you know. And Ebuka played more clips of some of the housemates and most of the crazy things in the house. Omashola's own, when Omashola was up for possible eviction and they had finished calling who they wanted to call, and Omashola was still standing, you know, all those clips like that. It was just basically fun. And then Ebuka asked Isilomo if she felt like the season was longer, looking at the fact that she was evicted in the very first week. And she said yes, that she felt like the season was longer because she felt like at some point that it was unfair that for a season that was going to last into almost 100 days, why was she evicted in the first week, you know? But then she had gone past that. And then Ebuka also asked the housemates if they felt like the days were longer in the house, and they all said that wow, that the crazy thing was that when they are given tasks, the days are very short. But when they are not given tasks, the days are so long and they keep on dragging and dragging and dragging. Omashola said that like 1 month in the house seems like 1 year because you're so isolated in one space with all these people. You're not going out, you're not doing anything else, you're just being in one place, you know. And guys, this was the part where the housemates played a game of charades. Guys, this one was just so funny. It got me really cracking up, you know. So the game that they played, they had pieces of paper with names of things associated with the house, right? So Seyi picked a paper and what was written on this paper was Ludo, and everybody just quickly said okay, Enkay should have been the one to have picked that paper. And then Omashola's own word was sewing machine, and once again everybody was like okay, this is supposed to be for Enkay, you know. And then Kimoprah, hers was karate, though she found it a bit difficult at some point, you know, to really describe and demonstrate what she was talking about. And then for Joe, guys, Joe was just simply the worst. Like, guy could not even describe carnival, and she was like, guy, you should have just danced. What is all this sitting down standing up you're doing? You know, it was really funny. And for Frodd's own charade name was Ebuka. Ebuka just picked the paper and put it in his pocket. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this one for myself. Enkay's own was O1B. Like, guys, is it O1B or O1B? O1B. I'm not Yoruba. Anyways, Enkay's zone was so difficult to demonstrate. She literally removed the chair cloth from the seat and she tied it on her waist. She tied around her waist, she tied it on her head. At the end of the day, they got it, you know. And Elozonam's own was drunk, the word drunk, and everybody's like, you should have just been to someone. And guess who we pointed at? Seyi, of course. Seyi was one of the drunks of the house as well. And then for Cindy, house was diary room, and Isilomo was the one that actually got it. So guys, that was how today's episode of the BBNaija pepperdemgang reunion show went. It was really interesting and amazing. This is the point where I have to say goodnight to you guys. I'll see you guys in tomorrow morning's video. Have an amazing night rest. Bye.